Good morning, guys, and good morning, ponies. I've just gotten into the stable. It's 10 to 6, but I thought for this video I might film what I do with Charlie, so my little dressage pony / show pony, for the next week, and sort of show you what a week in her life looks like, I suppose, and you know how she trains and what we do and all of that. So if you're not caught up with Charlie and what she's doing, she is my little dressage pony, so she competes at medium, and we've had one advanced start, and we are hopefully doing another advanced next weekend. So yeah, she's competed at medium. We've competed at medium for a long time now, but advanced, she's been training for a long time, but is green in competition. So yeah, that's what she's doing. So she's training all the advanced work, and then additionally to that, she does the show horse stuff as well. So she has been to Adelaide Royal this year, was qualified for Melbourne Royal, but it clashed with the Australian Dressage Nationals, so we went to Nationals instead. She's qualified for Sydney next year, but I don't think we'll be able to make the Easter Royal because my mum is away, and she'd be who would come with me. So it's a bit of a long way for me to go on my own. So I don't think we'll go to Sydney. But yeah, so she does all the ag shows here in South Australia. And then she's qualified for the Royal shows, but so far we've only done Adelaide. So that is her. I'm going to work him first, so I won't film any of what I'm doing with him. But once I have got these boys sorted, fed, got him worked out and paddock, etc., I will come back and show you what I'm doing with Charlie. So I thought I would explain what we're doing whilst I tack her up. So her typical work week usually involves a lunge, which I lunge her in Pessoa. So she gets a lunge, a fitness ride, which is what we're doing today, then a harder ride in a double bridle. She'll have an easier ride that's focused more on like stretching and like getting forward in the lateral movements, doing the lateral movements in a lower frame, so she's more up over her back, that sort of stuff, just going forward, working on getting her to go forward, etc. So she'll do one of those rides a week, and then she'll do 1 to 2 harder rides in a double bridle, working on the movements and things. And if we're competing, then that second harder ride will be competition. She's doing a fitness ride, so we go out the back. We've got 80 acres here at home, but obviously we do not go all 80 acres, and so we've got a good hill out the back that she canters up the hill and does little intervals. So she's obviously not an eventer and she doesn't need to be that fit, but it's really good for getting her muscle up, opening her lungs, getting her breathing better, and it's something different for her as well, changes it up. So yeah, that is what we are going to go and do this morning. I thought I should add as well, just whilst we're on our way out here, that obviously being a para rider, I can't do 2-point or stand up in my saddle or anything like that because I can't even rise trot. And so, yeah, please be kind. I lean forward, get as much out of the saddle as I can, and she doesn't find it bothers her too much. Like, she can still open up her stride and get going and get up the hill easy enough. So, yeah, but that is why it might look a little odd and a little bit different. So we've just finished. I've brought her out to the middle paddock just to walk her, and she is currently jogging still pretty much. She's a bit wound up. She gets so excited. She just loves it. So yeah, she did a few hills, a couple in trot, a few in canter, made sure we did both legs. She doesn't do too many because, like I said before, she's not an eventer. I don't need her crazy fit. She's fitter than most of the show horses out there as it is, so she doesn't need to be crazy fit, but she does need to be fit enough, obviously, to do the advanced work, and so she really enjoys this, and it's a great way to get her fit and keep her mind busy and doing something different. So I'm just going to keep walking her around, get her heart rate down. She recovers really quickly, which is good, but just get her heart rate down before I take her back inside, ice her legs. I've got to wash her, so I'll ice her legs whilst I'm doing that. And yeah, that's pretty much her done for the day. Well, work-wise anyway, she is finished. Just on my way to grab Charlie. So she has physio now, so I'm going to grab her, bring her up to the stable. So the horses have a physio and also a chiro, so I just sort of go between the two, whatever I feel like they're needing, whether it's an adjustment or if it's more like muscle soreness and tension related stuff. So yeah, Char is having physio today, so I'll see if I can get some little clips of that and of her having a nice massage. So it's now Thursday. So she had yesterday off. So I started this video on Tuesday because she had Monday off. That was just how it worked best with our schedule from the week prior. So she had Monday off, and so then Tuesday you saw. She had yesterday off because I had to go to work. So I didn't end up working anybody because I had to go to work. So she is now working again today, Thursday. So today she is getting lunged because she had her physio on Tuesday. Was that? Yeah, Tuesday. And so I'm just going to lunge her today for her first day back in work after physio and a day off. I always like to give them a day off after physio if it works, if it's possible. Just helps to have everything feeling good and lets everything settle. So yes, I'm going to lunge her today. I lunge her in a Pessoa, which you will see I don't have tight, and it's in no way sort of pulling her head in. I know some people don't like them, and that's fine. I think when they're used correctly, Barney, when they're used correctly, they can be a really useful tool, and obviously I use mine correctly. I don't want to use it incorrectly, and they're a really useful tool, and particularly for me being a power rider and a lot of my friends who are power riders, it's very important that we lunge our horses because it gives them the opportunity to work and get up over their back without having us on them, because at least for myself, I don't have the ability to rise trot, and so it means that whenever I'm riding her, I'm always on her back. Whether it's walk, trot or canter, I'm always sitting on her back. So having the ability to lunge her and get her to really stretch and really work up over her back without me in the way is really good for her, really good for building muscle, making sure she doesn't get sore, stretching out, all of that. So that is why I lunge my horses. I think it's a really useful tool anyway, even if you're not a power rider, but especially for me. That's what we've worked out with my coaches and with everyone, that's the best way to manage my horses and what they're doing. So that's what we're going to do now. I may time that's tacking up. I might not. If I don't, you'll see what we're doing next. And if I do, then that's what you'll see. So when I am lunging, I always start them in walk, and I only lunge for 10 minutes each side, and then they are done. I don't like to lunge for too long, and Barney Bean is here at my feet helping. So I have some poles over there that I will get her to go over. I don't always lunge over poles, but those have been out all week because I've been using them a bit, so I will take her over them. So yeah, start in walk. I always move my circle as well, which I'll try and get some video of me lunging her, but we'll see how we go doing that on my own. But I always move my circle so she's not just going around on the same circle, and she trots some straight lines and all of that fun stuff, and then she'll trot, have a little canter. Bunny, let go of the lunge whip. And yeah, that'll be us. So I'll see if I can get some video. If not, then I will do my best holding the camera whilst trying to lunge. Welcome to Friday morning. I am on Charlie now. Where is she? There she is. So yeah, she's had the farrier already this week. She's had physio, so I'm hoping she will be good today. I'm worried she feels a bit footsore. So I don't know. I'll have to see how she goes when I warm her up and see what she feels like. But that remains to be seen. So yeah, today she's in her double bridle, and we're going to do a little bit of work towards that advanced start that we have next week, hopefully. So yeah, we're going to do a little bit of that work now that she's had physio, her feet are good, etc. And then tomorrow, if we can ride, it's meant to be really shit weather, so if we can ride, she'll have an easier day, because Sunday she's meant to be competing, but again, that's all up in the air at the moment with the weather. So this may be the last training session we have this week, or there might be 2 more, who knows. So I don't have anyone to film me warming her up, but I'm just going to walk her, then stretch, do some leg yield, etc. while she's stretching, walk, trot, canter, all of that, and then when we'll come out and take some video, if she feels okay with her training. So yes, that will be the next bits you see if all is well.
Close till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll
Morning guys, it's Saturday and Charlie was meant to get work today and do an easier ride. I would have had her in the snaffle and just worked on going forward and changing bend flexion, all of that fun stuff. But it is on and off pouring with rain, and there are also storms potentially on the way, but at the minute it's on and off pouring. It's been pouring all night, so it's super wet. The ponies are staying indoors, at least for the time being, until the next front goes over, and then I will hopefully be able to get them out. So if you're interested in seeing what they do on these days when it's really bad weather, I will leave a couple of videos linked down below, and also on the screen that show, you know, our winter routine and what we do when they're stabled and not going out in the paddocks. So yeah, she is here enjoying her hay, having a scratch at the minute. But yes, enjoying her hay, and she will not be working today. It's not that big a deal that she's missed it. I'd like to have ridden her, but it's not that big a deal, and I'd rather stay nice and dry. So.
finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest, echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways,
Hi guys, so it's actually Tuesday now, which is the last day of this video because I started it last Tuesday, and our week kind of got derailed a little bit. It was going okay until Saturday, which I think I filmed a clip on Saturday explaining why I wasn't working her, but if I didn't, then it's because there were storms and tons of rain, so she didn't get worked, which that means we missed our like lighter, easier ride. And then Sunday we were supposed to be competing, and unfortunately that got cancelled because there was just so much rain that the grounds, even though Sunday the day wasn't actually too bad, the grounds were so waterlogged that it wasn't going to be safe for horses at the showgrounds that we were going to, so that got cancelled. So I worked her at home and did like our second harder ride of the week, because we would have been competing, which would have been that harder ride as well. So I got some footage of that, which hopefully I've managed to put in, so that's what you will have just seen. Is the footage from Sunday. She had yesterday off, which was always the plan, because I always give them the day off after a competition, and I'd worked her all week thinking that she was going to have yesterday off, so even though we didn't compete, that didn't change. And so then today is our last, you can see how much water there is behind me, today is our last day of this video. So she's actually going on the water treadmill at Equine Advancement. So that is a centre, a really high class centre here in the Adelaide Hills. And so Charlie uses the water treadmill there, and she's also been in the cold mineral spa. And so there's also a dry treadmill, which I haven't used, but that's an option as well as rehabbing options and all of that sort of stuff. So she goes on the water treadmill. It really helps with her back strength, gets her working properly from behind, and gives her something else to do, changes it up a bit. So it's the same as sort of that fitness ride that we did last week. So this week she won't do a fitness ride, she'll just do the treadmill, because it's the same sort of idea, but obviously working on the treadmill works her slightly differently, body-wise. So yeah, that is where she's going. I'll try and get some video of that and show you what that process is like, and how she works on the treadmill, etc. So I'm just coming up to finish the stables, then I'll be going back down to get her and load her up, and we'll go. So hopefully I can get some clips, and that'll be the next bit you see.
See the horizon.